The moment my coworker stopped saving me a seat at lunch, I realized I had completely misread everything between us. Her name was Maya. I had known her for almost 2 years because we both started at the same marketing firm the same week. Same orientation group, same onboarding schedule, same floor, same department. We were basically thrown at each other before either of us had a choice about it. And from the very first day, Maya saved me a seat. Not in a dramatic way, just quietly. I would walk into the break room, and there would be a chair pulled out at her table with her bag moved off it. No announcement, no text ahead of time, just a seat waiting. It became so normal I stopped noticing it, like the coffee machine being there, like something that just happened. For months it was like that. We would sit together and talk about whatever. Bad clients, whose turn it was to bring the good creamer, whatever. She had this habit of stealing the last of my chips without asking, and looking completely unbothered about it. Like that required no acknowledgement. I never said anything. I started bringing 2 bags. Then sometime around the 14-month mark, something tiny changed. I walked in one Tuesday, and the seat was taken. Someone from accounting was sitting there, and Maya was across the table, already mid-conversation with a group I barely recognized. She waved when I came in and went right back to talking. I grabbed a spot at the counter and told myself it was just a weird day, but it kept happening 3 times that same week, then the week after. I started arriving earlier just to see what was going on, and she was always already there with other people, always laughing, always fine. I told myself she had just found her rhythm with the rest of the office, that it was a good thing, that I was not affected by this at all, except I was eating lunch at the counter every day like someone had relocated my desk without telling me. I noticed other things after that. She stopped stopping by my desk in the mornings the way she used to, just to drop some unnecessary comment about whatever she watched the night before. She stopped sending me screenshots of the unhinged client emails we were not supposed to share. She was not cold, just slightly less present, like a song when someone turns the volume down 1 notch. You would not notice if you were not already listening for it. Then one afternoon, she walked past me in the hallway and said, hey, in exactly the tone she used with everyone else. Equal, normal, unremarkable. I stayed at my desk until 7 that night, pretending to finish a deck that had been done since 4. Here's the thing I had been refusing to look at. At some point over those 14 months, the way I felt when Maya saved me that seat had stopped being about convenience. I looked forward to it in the morning. I would wrap up whatever I was doing around noon just to get down there while the chair was still empty. I just never said any of that to myself out loud. And now the seat was gone, and I had no cover story for why it bothered me as much as it did. I spent a full week being casually weird about it, taking lunch at my desk, leaving at odd times to avoid the break room, sending emails I could have just walked over to say, being extremely normal in a way that was visibly not normal at all. Then on Friday, she stopped at my desk on her way out and said, are you mad at me? No setup, no softening, just that. I said no, obviously. She looked at me for a second and said, okay, because you have been strange all week, and I thought I did something, not an accusation, just someone trying to solve a problem. That was the whole conversation. She left. I sat there. I pulled out my phone and stared at it. Then I did the thing I had been avoiding all week. I texted her. I said, you did not do anything wrong. I just realized this week that I actually like you, and I had no idea what to do with that. 3 dots appeared immediately. Then her reply came through. She said, you are so slow. I stopped saving your seat on purpose. I thought if the chair was gone, you would finally notice something and say something. I have liked you since orientation. I just sat there holding my phone. She had not moved on or forgotten about me. She removed the seat deliberately, like pulling a fire alarm, because she had been waiting for over a year and finally decided she had to force the moment herself. I texted back, that is the most elaborate thing anyone has ever done to get my attention. She replied, did it work? I grabbed my jacket and walked to her apartment. That was 8 months ago.